All right. We are live streaming like usual. Live studio TikTok. We prepare everything. Let's go. All good. Wow, it's very funny. We are on 5,319 followers. Really? Let's learn coding. Yeah, so basically, yeah, for sure. Every time I need to set up like a new ID for this stream. Alright, let's see if you guys are joining already. Twitch already there. Kick is already there, and YouTube as well. Yeah, this reminds me actually every day I say that I will change my my kind of settings for YouTube because honestly it's kind of messed up. But yeah, let me call my wife. My son is screaming at the top of his lungs. Alright, let's see if anybody will join actually. That would be good. And today we have like to read this through our readme file, maybe set up some of the stuff that we need to set up already. For kind of like the settings and everything when it comes to GS. Let's see the mic is working as well. Everybody's here. And let's go. Yeah, it's very funny enough that now we are earning some followers on Twitch, which is really nice because in the beginning, like it's not like TikTok and other platforms. It gives you like simple outreach to just test out what is the reaction of people around your live stream and stuff, and then it starts really to make the difference. Yeah, nice. All right, so what we are going to build today, let me just show you out. I think we left out, I'll just create a new one for dev. I'll call this old session or something like that. That would be cool. And yesterday we kind of appended like Formic adapter for this project, and I stopped at the contact page, and I actually didn't do everything for this. I didn't style it, I didn't do anything. I was thinking that yeah, I don't know, kind of Formic page will train me actually to do on Zod. I found out that Zod is not really adapted well with kind of Formic validation schemes, so I had to kind of like install this adapter part. Let me show you that. You can hear components. Oh, not on components, actually in the route, and then contact route. Installed this to Formic validation scheme with Zod Formic adapter. That's what I did yesterday. I don't know if you want to do the same today. Maybe we can continue with that. Maybe style it. Maybe make it better. But overall, we can do that, or we can maybe move on with something new. Yeah. I have no idea though. But yeah, let's wait for the chat to join. Also, I have some people from Discord, some mods as well, and we can continue with that. On the meanwhile, if you have any questions, that would be nice. And I see already so many people joined, and that's cool. And so many people actually followed. I actually don't know how many followers do I have right now. It's really kind of funny now at this pace. You don't know how much you have, unless you just open the stream and see for like the analytics above. But yeah, let me refresh my phone. I actually didn't check today. I have 5,300 followers now, which is really cool. Really cool. We started like 2 weeks ago with 2k. Hey Gabriella, you're here. Nice. So yeah, I'm not sure what we're gonna do today, but yeah, let's do whatever. Yeah. nice. Kevin Known, GSR. Yeah, probably you just clicked enter before you finish your comment. But yeah, let's wait for your comment. Yeah, we are doing JavaScript, React, TypeScript basically. We are testing out Zod, which was actually very cool. What I don't like here is probably, I think I will just do this, baby. Maybe like context schema, and take this one and maybe use it here, right? And then not, okay, let me see what is happening now. It's not getting red. It should be, but never use as a type. Let's just use as a type. Let me reload my LSP. Should be. Alright. Type of context schema. Okay. Maybe that was it, right? Should be correct. Alright, let's also make every type, every schema and every type go into a simple file we call schemas or types or whatever. That would be cool, but I don't know, will that be the correct thing? So now we have components, Firebase, look, lib, routes, types. Okay, I'll call this contact schema type. Contact schema, or actually this will be the schema type for that. Alright, so contact schema type, just to leave that schema there, to just know that I'm not actually moving this as an object type or something like that. And see for myself what I can copy exactly. I'll copy this one. Now for sure get rid of this. That would be it. And then I need to export this as a cons or a type basically. Yeah, cannot find contact schema. For sure you cannot find it. And for now I was thinking actually to import every schema that I used here kind of on top, but I'm not sure if I want only my schemas to be in another folder as well. Let's see if that can work also. Schemas, index.ts. Yeah, I'll paste that here and I will export it for sure. So we have contact schema, and we need for sure to import Zod and stuff. Yeah, for sure. Import Zod, Z or whatever it's called. Import Z from Zod. What else did I use here? Just Z, right? Makes sense. Here as well I need to do the same, which is redundant I think. Oh, fuck it. Like, why not? So that's there. And we need also to import everything for our schemas basically. We export that's default? I don't think so. Yeah, nice. And I detected that @ sign for pathing. That's nice. So now that we don't have any problem, let's go back to the component and the contact page basically and see for ourselves what we can do. Save that, delete that, import. Okay. Yeah, I call it schema there. Contact schema, maybe contact schema from schemas basically, and then I'll just use it here as a scheme type or schema or whatever. Contact, and then I need also to remember, did I just do contact type or just put as a normal type? I'm not sure. Contact schema type. All right, well, makes sense. So here that will get imported automatically, and here as well. So yeah, this is kind of like the separation of concern, right? Oh man. Welcome everybody. I was fixing out this, what I just did to separate the concerns between all the files. How did you become so good at this? I think I didn't become so good at this. I just consistently started to do this every day until it became a habit. I think there is nothing called get actually good at something. It's just getting consistent, right? Especially with code, because you only understand it in the beginning and then you will get consistent and things will flow like normal. Yeah. Juan, welcome, Juan. Yeah, I'm happy to see you in the chat. I don't know why you're not a mod, right? Let's make you one because you're surely more than 5 days here. So I will let you also star some comments and do some stuff. Yes, Kenny Boy said, just do it and you'll get good. That's correct. What language is this? This TypeScript plus some React. Here we go again. Ron, welcome. Another day, another bug. That's correct. For always, we have like these guys on the chat saying GPT will replace you, man, give up. But yeah, I like this guy. I like this. Isn't there anything better than Formic yet? George, or I don't know how to read your name, sorry, but I would say George. I think not. I think Form from React get really much better these days, but nothing fancy like better than Formic, that much better. So you can ditch it, you know. Especially that we are working stateless with Formic. It does keep the states for us, so that's amazing. Ab saying hello, hello, hello. Ab, hello. I'm really happy that I see the community back every day, every stream. That's really nice. So we are streaming this every day. So for everybody who's not who's new to this, let me do the usual. I'll just share the Discord, and you guys can join in and at any time you want. There I will have for you some chats, and maybe I actually was setting up this OBS for certain stuff today. Like, oh, I need also to configure the chat to be able to paste links. So also to make the chat easier for you guys, so you can write whatever you want. Yeah, there you go. I'll pin it. You can go there, and or you can go to my profile and click the Discord link. I put it as a website link though. Is this C or Java? No. It's JavaScript. JavaScript. Yeah. JavaScript with React and these kind of hooks that we prepared for this white noise app. All right, so that we did that, now I need just to see if the app still works actually. I don't know why I didn't prepare for this another terminal, so I will create this terminal here. I will call it white, just for white noise app, and I'll go there. npm run dev, that's how it works. I think we don't have any problem. The routes are there, and then I can even share my screen to show you what we just did. All right, let me just get Discord down and I'll show you the app. Hopefully it gets detected. Yeah, it got detected. Yeah, so we were actually doing this. Oops, not the services page, like the contact page. Nothing styled yet, so we have it like stupid now, like in black. But if you click it, it should detect like the information of types and everything there. The only thing that I need to do is maybe to let me check. Yeah, do like set a warning or something like that that shows you the data or stuff like that. All right, let's do that. While you guys are coming here. Actually, I'm recording something. I shouldn't. So this is the contact page. That's the values. Set submit to false. This is the email value, the second name value, first name value, and that's what we have there. Did I put that in our schema though? Yeah, I put it. It should be. Yeah. So the G object, this has to be filled. All of them has to be filled. Ah, okay. So I know what is missing. What is missing actually is to show the errors. Right. And I wonder actually how to do that. I honestly don't know. So basically, under each one, I can just do z.errors or something like that. Zero error snippet. No. Let me just search that out because I honestly don't know. Show errors or validation errors for Formic. So validation errors Formic, because honestly that's for me like like shot in the dark. Yeah, so if values dot emails, and then you can do like oh, here they're explaining that. Okay, so you can get errors from Formic, or am I wrong? Otherwise, errors in touch, they said. That is really weird. So you can get values and you can get also errors, but I'm not sure where do you set these errors. I was thinking maybe you can get that from the validation scheme part, but they say in here that there is an yup also. That's probably a no-no for me. I need to check what is the best way to do it, where to get these errors. Interesting. So errors untouched. These are validation schema example. So this is a validation schema that takes that, then on submit I do this, and somewhere I need to get the errors though, which I don't know. Maybe the chat knows. Let's see about that. How is this not complicated for you? It is not, because I just got used to it. Honestly, it's not that much hard. The moment you get used to like validation errors, issues, like how forms works, how when you submit something happens, the prevention of defaults for forms, the setting up values, all of these will make sense once you just get used to it. Yeah. All right, I'm sure that there is like some field something, like a meta error or something, but I'm looking for it right now. Seems like if each field that we created will have its errors from Formic, and that's what I'm not sure of. So basically, if I go here to form, and I would just wanna see if there is something called error message. So this error message gets you a Formic context, and this is a prop Formic errors, an object containing error message when key corresponds to Formic values. Wouldn't us actually, I think we need to use the one to Formic validation schema. That's fine. Should always be an inject to string, but it's not allowed to support I18 libraries. Okay. Transform yup validation. I have no idea actually how to do this. Alright, let me check out, because this should be somewhere. What I'm using actually is this Formic validation schema. Formic validation schema with Formic tutorial. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. So I'm actually now reading about it, looking for on submit parts and on change. So basically here they say on change, yeah, use Formic, that's what they are using, but I'm looking for error something. Yeah, let me just error. That's really interesting. Code revision, it looks very difficult with HTML, JavaScript in one class. Yeah, it does, but maybe when you start really learning about frameworks, because I know that you told me that you are doing just right now like learn about classes and stuff like that. So that's really cool. The only issue that you need to know is that once you start learning about kind of like frameworks and stuff and how you set up certain React components, you will be able actually to see these React components react to JS on the same kind of environment, and that will make it even easier for you to understand how you can integrate them both together, like the itinerary kind of approach for something. Yeah. So I see now how to do it. I think I got it. The only thing to do it is kind of like to access it via Formic. So Formic itself, like here, Formic dot errors, yeah, dot first name will be there, right? So did you mean Formic? It said, I think I meant yes, that. and that told us that it's not correct, so I have no idea now. Okay, so here is formic there, initial values, and then that. Okay, let me see. Use formic, I think that's what we need to do also as a hook maybe, but we don't use formic, we have like the form directly as on a formic provider. Well, this is actually more complicated than I thought, because now formic directly won't return errors. Let me try that. Error dot first name maybe. No, it doesn't say that it has that, which is really not really good. So instead of here we would say errors. Maybe this error object needs to be coming from something with this provider. I might find something like really helpful for this. Let me just check. Why didn't you use PHP? Because I'm not good at it. Simple as that, actually. Simple as that. I'm really not good at it, and I didn't use it since like a very long time. Yeah. Valid questions. PHP is meant for static content. You will need front-end lib. Yeah, I mean, you always do. Alright, so I found out something about error messaging that says, hey, if you have errors in touched, which I have no idea what is that, but we're going to actually to implement it right now, and let's see if that will work. So if after every field, we need like this error message component. That error message component will give us the error for each value of the form, which honestly is a bit unnecessary. But what should I say? I mean, we are already halfway there. We cannot go back and rewrite the whole thing. So we get formic helpers. We have that, I think. Formic helpers, we have that, and we have also, we can get here the error message, right? And that will serve as let me just surround this by a function. And can I surround by anonymous function or an empty function like that? That's cool. Yeah. I'll also do this just for the sake of it, and all of this needs also to be surrounded by a bracket. And here I'm going to be like, hey, can you give me some error message? Not like that, they say error. And what is the second one? Errors and touched. What the hell is that? Seems like a very wrong thing to write in JavaScript. Alright, so parameter touch implicitly has any type for now, which is really weird. And also this isn't working as I wanted, because probably this needs to be surrounded by a tag, which is an empty tag as well. And it doesn't work actually for some reason. Let me see why. So that and that inside formic one side layout, and we still have problems there. Let me see. So I think we're good to go. Just these, as I expected, will be surrounded. These will be surrounded basically by bracket, curly braces basically, and what is wrong here? Why this formic is not seeing itself? Ah, okay, it should be outside. Okay, cool. So now we are destructuring errors and touch, which I don't know which type of they are. We will find out later. Right now I set them at a type of any. I don't really care. And here I heard you should use this. Oops. Let me see my registry. Doesn't have anything that I can use. Okay, I'm just gonna copy something random from the internet, because why not, right? like like my WSL doesn't let me copy anything, which is really fun. So I tried to do it like this. Okay, I copied it like that. So now we have this component, class name and stuff. But where are my errors though? Where should I put errors? Error message of first name. Does it maybe read it by default because the name is a first name? You are going to touch some errors. Well, man, I knew it. The moment I used that touch thingy, I knew it in the chat. It would be super funny to talk about it. Ron, valid questions. Yeah. So, Juan, thank you for answering actually the PHP stuff for the guys and actually keeping the comment section really vibing. Are you can go crazy and use the document API for reactivity? I mean, you know what is my guilty pleasure? I never read docs. So now I'm working with Formic and I'm not reading docs. You know what I do? I write Formic errors, enter, Google, you know, and I read everything, scan. I see error message, I type error message. That's it, like literally, like I see import this, I import it. I import everything into my component, and then from what I import, I see what makes sense and what doesn't make sense, and then I actually react to what I typed, which is really messed up. I don't have to do that, but it's kind of like my way to do stuff. I over-engineer some stuff actually. What is the Formic validation schema? So good question. I cannot read your name because it's in Greek, I think, but that is coming from Zod, and we want actually to do the Formic validation schema using Zod and not using Yup. I know that with Yup is kinda better. Yeah. Yeah, Ron, I really have bad habit of that. I mean, I got used to React so much that I think I have my take at it, so I can start something and be like, okay, let me just try. But the thing is that actually someone said in the chat, ask ChatGPT. At some point, yeah, you surely should ask ChatGPT if you think that your code is a bit special, or maybe you have some case that you never saw before or something like that. Then therefore for sure you need to do that, but keep it at the minimum, and make sure that you don't paste something like really messed up, yeah. So the button should be working fine, the Formic side, and now we should just show the error validation part. So what I'm gonna do actually is I'm gonna test that out with the application and see if that will work, right? It's very funny. We have 3 people watching on Twitch, and yeah, you can actually make or create a message or a comment, so I can actually integrate your questions as well in here. So let's see. So I will share my screen again, and we go to the application part of contact. So now I was thinking that I will write maybe this and see if it does something. Okay, maybe if I write this, yeah. Okay, cool, it works. Yes. So this is cleaner than I thought, actually, very cleaner than I thought, because now we are just using something called error message as a component, and that error message does just take the name, and the component takes a div. I don't know what the hell is this. Maybe I will put a span and see what's the difference. No difference though, so span, div, whatever, just maybe for inline and stuff, and for the text type and stuff like that. Yeah, cool. Maybe we should style this, right? Maybe we should make it more beautiful, right? I was thinking like that as well. So I also don't understand what is this errors and touch that we used in the thingy. Probably I won't use it then, but I will search about it and see also what it can be. So let's do this. Go to definition. We cannot go there. Then I will leave it as empty. I don't really need something like this, but we can come back to that later once we know what is errors and what is touch. For now, I just found it on the net, basically. I just copied it like crazy. But yeah, actually I can ask the internet for that. Untouched what are their types, and let's see what the types we will find over there. So touch is a formic errors form values, and touched is a formic touch form values, which I have no idea what they are. Okay, so let me get them back just like this, and I'll just type here formic errors. Is there something called formic errors? Like, because I think that they are trolling me at this point. And here it takes like the context scheme type. Formic. What is this? Is formic playing around me or something? And this will take also the context schema type. Context schema type. Why I'm doing this? Like, I can just copy it from here, right? It's wrong. The errors, and there you have touched. Well, get at that. Look at that. It's wrong. I mean, I don't know. Let me just go up and try to do it up, maybe. Let me try to do it here. Kind of like type errors equal to that. What I just, oops, I did a mistake. So I think I should find them somewhere here. So I have them at 1. That's my registry. So the registry actually helps me a lot because it kind of does things better for me. So it stores everything that I copied from the scheme, and then it says I cannot find that. Well, you should find it. Okay, let's try to adapt that then, because I was thinking maybe formic errors. Yeah, that's a class. That's cool. And also formic touched. But you know what is bugging me actually is the part that this is not being handled correctly, right? Ah, okay, because I have an issue here. All right. Okay, errors, formic whatever, formic errors or formic args, and let's try that here in this section just to see what will happen. Oh no, touch is defined but it's never used. Okay, the usual thing that I do is lint disable next line, and like that, my friend, you never see nothing. All right, so this also needs to be surrounded by something, so I will surround it by that. And the problem now that happened is that this should be in one line, right? So it actually be read correctly. And what else? Didn't actually, it says errors and touched. Person error, person assignment cannot find touch. Did you mean touch? I mean, at this point, I don't know, huh? Cannot find touch. Did you mean expect? Person errors. There is a person error somewhere. Ah, yeah, for sure. Because this didn't read correctly now at this point. Yeah. So what is happening? I just put this here. Formic errors, I call it. So formic args, right? And it didn't read it out. Okay, let me just change this to big F, just for the sake of linting. or I will just take this out directly from here and make sure that we're writing things correctly. So here I will just come in and put a full type of this and put just a void for now, or nah, React node maybe. Ah man, why we are doing this? React node. Oh man, this started to be very bad. Should react.react node, but it's not reading it for some reason. Let me stop it there, but then here I'll just put formic args and see if this gets fixed. No, seems like we are having a big problem with this. This touched formic args, whatever it's called, it's not really helpful at this point. Yeah. So what I was thinking, I'll just put it there and it will be fine. But I have another idea, which is probably to put them inline, and at this point you guys probably will hate me to put it there, but I was thinking, let me just find a way to do that. Actually, we can replace all of this, or we can go here and do this kind of get rid of everything else that we did. Yeah, let's see if this will work. And this contact form values should be the contact schema part. This seems to be working, but still it's a bit fuzzy. You probably also cannot see this because the full screen part, parser error. Still we have the same parser error. Well, what do we do in that case? CC and forget about it, and let's write that cleaner with nothing, and it returns that, and we are safe typed, you know, very good. Then we don't need anything, right? Did I actually write something wrong here? Just that is closing and that is opening, and we don't need anything, right? All right, let me do it like back. Let me go back to what it was, and I'll just clean up this mess, and then we don't need anything, like simply like that. But yeah, the problem is here is that then we don't need this callback function at all, and probably we don't need this as well, and probably we don't need this as well, and then we need it like that, and that's clear. Okay, you know what, that's it. You won't get more, and this validation still works actually. Yeah, cool. Oh my gosh, I didn't disable next line. You up, look at the open bracket. Oh my gosh, Patrick Lewis is angry. He pasted the same the same thing a million times. For me, I just get rid of everything because I don't think that I need that error touch at all. Yeah, I got the point. So I added like the disable next line, and I had no okay, when I deleted, the bracket went. Okay, so then it's messy. Okay, a comma is needed at the type. No, it's not a comma, Fabio. You need a semicolon for the types. I'm sure 100% you need a semicolon, unless something wrong. So here, let me show you why. Here what I put is actually a semicolon. So you save, also it gets away because I don't need anything. Yeah. Deepesh asked, are you using some regex or default from Yap? Actually, I'm using the one from Zod validation. So if I share my screen right now, then I will show you this in more details. You see, this is required for now. Actually, let me do this. It's for all required, as you see. The moment I type A, this is not an email. Let me just do a.a.tn or something, and it's going. So yeah. Yeah, validation works as a charm. I'm really happy with it. I don't need to change it anymore. Yeah. Cool. Sorry, we made Patrick Lewis very angry at this. It's not your first time, right? Here in the chat, I suppose. Yeah, you fixed it in the end. Yeah, I did. Can you show that part? Yeah, I can show you. Let me just delete this part. I don't need it. So for now, I also don't need this. Oops, I deleted by mistake. By the way, I still not used to sometimes delete, and so I need delete 1G. So that's how you delete 2 lines. Yeah, so the part goes like this. You have validation schema, and this is where it is. It takes like this contact schema that I got from here, and this contact schema, actually, if I go to its definition, it takes like a Zod object, and also it infers later. Here it infers the type of z.infer type of contact schema. And by the way, yeah, I think what you also asked about is this part of validation, how it works. It seems like Zod has this, not Zod, Formica has this error message component that you just tell based on your contact schema. So based on this contact schema, it knows that this is an email, and if you pass it like this, error message, name, email, component div, and class name, whatever, it knows that that's an email based on its name, because it will go to the validation or the Formic helpers, this one here, and checks the contact schema, actually, which is this one. Go to definition, it will check this, which I'm really happy with. Yeah, I think we did everything that we need for now. Maybe we can add a message or something like that. Z dot something. Okay, Z dot string or big int or big string. Is there something like very long string? Let's put a minimum of 200 and let's see if that works. Actually, let's put a message field, and this message field needs to be this has to be filled, this has to be filled, and that's it. I think I don't really need much. Yeah, I think I made a mistake here. Why my message is out? What is happening? I feel like something is wrong here. My message needs to be somewhere, right? Oh, no. I'm stupid. I just called this message, and there is a message inside this object. That's the message for the error, basically. Should we make it required? It should be by default, right? Is it by default required, guys? I don't know, honestly. You can tell me in the chat. Is it by default required? Because I honestly don't know. Alex said, new Vim chat alert. Thanks a lot. Everybody who's in the chat for the first time, please share your thoughts and let me know what you think. I think he's not reading. No, I'm reading, but I'm just reading after a while so I can implement stuff. Yeah, I like the footer. It's stupid footer though. Yeah, it's stupid footer, but yeah, it's very cool. At least we did that part, and we don't need it for now. Styling is later. Have you seen standard schema? I'm using the Formic with the Zod adapter, so it's a bit different. Ron asked, what are common mistakes juniors make? Probably not reading the docs like me right now, what I'm doing. Yeah, you used Yup, but never heard of Zod, Deepesh said. Thanks, now I research it. I think in Germany lately I saw a lot of engineers using Zod for some reason. And Zod seems to be very easy because it infers your type, which means that this schema you see here, I can export it. And what I did exactly is I went here and I had like index type of type contact schema, and all I did is just like this, like that. Let me make it actually very readable for you without the highlights and stuff. And that's the whole thing that I did, right? Check out JSON forms. I know there is like a lot of stuff that you can find out, and they are really helpful and really amazing. And I agree with you with this, mate. Like, you are saying that, yeah, get used to something really easy, something that you probably want to use once and set up once, and and it will be always used like with a provider in your code or whatever. But for me, look, it also depends on what I'm working on a daily basis. So if it's easy for me to understand, and also easy for me to implement and explain to the chat, because most of the people that are here are actually people who wants also to learn about what I'm doing. So yeah, the good thing about this, that you can actually go to our GitHub and kind of like put in a readme file what you want to see in the chat, or what do you want to see in the live stream in general, and I will be happy actually to help you out. I mean, I will do it. I mean, like last time I learned Svelte just because of the chat, so I'm able to do that again, to learn anything you want, guys. Is this MV chat or is this custom config? It is a custom config, honestly. So yeah, it is custom config that I have. I can show it to you, but actually it would be easier for me to show it in the GitHub section. Let me find that out, and let me also share my screen for that. So yeah, so if I go to my profile, you can go do the same as well, and I also will paste the link in the chat. I think it's in my repos. I'm zoomed in very much, so that's why it looks a bit strange, just for readability. And this is the app that we're doing right now, by the way. I can show you what it does. It just has like some public tracks for white noises, like scraped by Python, and then it uses them in here. And this is kind of like everything that we built for now. We have helpers, we have Firebase installed, we have components, we have assets. It was wrong setting up Firebase, I think. I need to actually get rid of that, because I heard that Firebase doesn't let you use this database for free. Or probably I will use MongoDB or something like that for later on, just because I need to kind of like deploy this app at some point, right? Okay, now go back to the code, go back here, go back here. I'll show you my NeoVim setup. It's in yeah, this one, my NeoVim setup. I have even my PowerShell config. You know what? I will add also the picture that you will see. So this purple picture that I have behind me is actually a custom picture that I did, and also I did some configuration for coloring and stuff. You can go here, it's Lua based, and you can find out all the plugins. So you will be really happy with this config, at least if you use React or Svelte. Yeah, and actually it's more for Svelte than React, to be honest. But I just copied it and I went with it, so I don't lose time or something like that. All right. I'm really happy with what we did now. I only think that I need to style this. So let me see what is wrong here. Yeah, so we don't have message. For sure it should be wrong. And also we need to create that. So what I'm gonna do is just like simple NeoVim kind of stuff. So let me go up. So I will select like Shift V and then go like 3J and 3J again. I will select all of that, and then I will do Y, and then I'll go, let's say like 6J, and then I'll go P. So I could copy that. To go actually to the first E of my line, I'll go find E, and then again, and then change that to message, and then go find F, and then do CI word and change this to message, and then I will go like this, delete word, and then save, and then probably I need to edit that as well. Yeah, I can copy this with the VIW for word, and then Y, and then go here, VIW again. Or actually I can just do VIW and then S for whatever I copied, but I copied something wrong, so I'll copy it again, I'll do it again, then find another E which is there, and then type an S again, or I need to select it and then type S, right? The placeholder should be kind of like your message. If you are inside like two brackets or two columns or whatever, and you want to edit inside them, you do C inside that, and it will just let you do whatever. Your message here as well, it needs to change to message. Hopefully that's it. I mean, I don't think so that it should be. Text area probably here, right? I'm not sure, man. This is not a field. Probably text area. Does that exist? Where does it where is this field coming from? Okay, let me see if there is in Formax some text area stuff. text area. No, there is nothing. Oh, I found. No, it doesn't exist. What should I use then? What? They should have like a big field or something, right? Man, I'll use just the normal text area. I don't care. I'll put this as a text area for now, and probably that's it. I don't need more. Let's see if that will work. Yeah, it works. Okay, cool. I mean, the only thing that I don't see working fine is that the validation is not working for this kind of. Validation for the messages there is not working fine, but I don't care now, honestly. I just need to check it out again, maybe check that schema and see what I put here. So the message needs to be of minimum 200, I said, which is minimum. It should be 100 at least. Let's do that maybe. And that's it, right? Or maximum 200, right? Let's do maximum 200. Let's do that just to see if that will work. Yeah, it seems like validation is not working for that. Let me check why. So I'm actually checking like if there is anything wrong with this. So first name is required, message is required, everything works fine, but when it comes to this one, now it works, whatever. But it's working oppositely than it's supposed to be, kind of. Let me see. ADN. Also, it's not doing that JSON validation part. What could be the option here that is wrong? It says that this is required, and I'm typing a lot of messages now just to make sure. Click and send, and it's not working, so there's something about it that is not working though. Okay, I'll just put it back to that. Let me do it, refresh. You guys probably think, what the hell is going on with this guy? Yeah. Yeah, something is wrong with that message. I don't know. It should be a string of minimum that. The string also is invoked basically, and what could be wrong about this message? Let me see, maybe in the types I forgot to do that. No, that's an information of that scheme, so that's good. What could be my mistake, guys? I honestly don't know. What could be here a mistake that I didn't oversee or something like that. So here I'm saying, hey, get me the values and alert them directly here, or maybe I will just console log them directly just to see if the values are there. That's the way to debug React. There is no other debugger option. It's all messed up. Yeah, let me read the comments. I don't want to be away for long. You don't use music while coding? I don't actually. I think that it's distracting for me actually. So wow, too many comments. Let me just read some of them. Alright, is this MVChat? No, as I said, I showed you actually my config. Hopefully you go there and you found it. As in, is it your job? Yeah, it's my job to code and to code every day basically. Good for small apps, yes. At least 6 years or more, true. Use Cloudflare tunnels to expose your local DBs to the web for free. Actually, that's a good idea, Fabio. I might check that. I use Next.js and my config isn't working, so thanks. I'll def check it out. Nice, that's really nice. I mean, you can do it. You can check my config and maybe do a fork for Next.js setup. I mean, For sure, with Next.js, we probably want to add some flags for routes and stuff like that, some flags for API functions and fetches and hooks and stuff like that that you do on the API folder. Please let me know if you need help as well. Maybe I can do that with you. Is there a big difference between data science and full stack development? Starting from like the name, it shows a huge difference. One is like you're using probably Python for data and stuff like that, for managing data. Data engineers are also a type of data scientist, so they have like to use frameworks like Databricks and stuff like that. They can use coding for structuring data and then provoking this data or sending this data through APIs to stuff. I have a dear good friend of mine he's a data scientist. I know a lot about data science because of him, and honestly, thinking that at this point, data science are kind of like the most paid in this country where I'm living. And even though that web development is very crucial, I think you need to also know your stuff before you go and apply, and maybe scan the market and see for yourself whatever you want. Is your motive like to build web application, or your motive just to learn Python and one language and try to process data with it and do some stuff? Pick your lane. I mean, that's it. That's what you do. Bro, you cooked. AI will replace you. Big shout out to Hold Up for this comment. I mean, yeah, for sure. If it's replacing me, for sure I will be prepared by then, but now I don't think so. Alright, do you have any tips, especially for using LSPs and AOVM? That's my big issue. Yeah, for LSPs, it's everybody big issue. Are you using it on Windows or not? Alex actually asked. So I will wait for your comment to tell me, because if you are on PowerShell and you're using Windows, probably you will have a problem with your makers, basically some building options for LSPs. Otherwise, you can build them manually and then go back to NeoVim. And I can show you how to build that manually. Do you have a YouTube channel? I do, but it's not under the same name of SyncStack. So we have a Discord channel. I copied it in the chat. I'll copy it again now. So maybe guys, you can go there and join in. I would be really happy for you to see you there. Yeah. Also, I pinned it. I pinned the comment, so you can click it, or go to my profile and click it there. Robotnik, that won't happen, my friend. Yeah, for sure. Ron is answering AI as well. Check out calculators. They didn't change. Yeah, probably the calculator didn't replace your tax guy, right? Do you have YouTube channel? Yes, but I will actually do the YouTube channel prepared very well and then come back with it on another live stream and explain what I'm gonna do there as well. So that's cool. All right, I'll keep pinning that. All right, I use it on macOS with Ghosty. Then you don't not have any problems, honestly. Maybe you can DM me the problem later and I will check it. Kiki Komono, what do you mean by that? Keto asked what's bad for the memory. What a screenshot. What do you mean what a screenshot? What's behind me? It's not a screenshot actually. We are coding live, so this is basically a live stream for coding. Do you use any forums or website? Yeah, I use forums. Very funny enough, I use a Russian forum. I learned Russian not so long ago, and kind of like I like how they go to the point and they share like some good stuff, and even they have a section for games. I cannot say their name because basically they share a lot of illegal stuff for sure. Without they crack stuff, and they they don't actually make sure to care about licenses or anything like that. They hack everything, and it's really nice to see this kind of community. It's just like you wish sometimes to be this kind of guys who are unstoppable. But yeah, thank you guys for following, and thanks everybody for being here. Honestly, I like this. You push me guys forward to even be more creative. So please like this video or live stream or wherever. The moment you like it, it will spread more to more people. Yeah, please do that. We will have more viewers and probably will have more like shares and stuff. I will do this every day, by the way. and you will be able to join us every day at CET time, 10 p.m. So European Central Time. I'm living in Germany, so if you are, so it's perfect for you because you can join in at the same time. Otherwise, it's I can stay until 6 p.m. CST or something like that. So my 1 a.m. sometimes that's when I stop live streaming. So I stream for 3 hours. Oh, look at that. I cannot read your name, bro, but thanks for the resume. Well, that's what he said, and and I say to you the same. You're welcome. I shared with him my resume just because he was asking. And by the way, for the resume stuff, for the tips of resume, don't put your picture, man. Don't put picture. Don't put stuff. The resume that I shared with the guy here in the chat is that you have the small description. Like for me, I write 9 years with it. I will show you how it should be. Maybe I should share my screen. Let's do some drawing as always, right? So can I actually maybe make a screenshot and share it here? Yeah, I probably can do that. Let me try that first, and yeah, we see what we can do, right? So I'm trying to look for my resume now. I don't know even where I put it. That's a big bummer. Resume. Yeah, I have. Oh my gosh, like my error. I will open it, make screenshot very quickly. So this will be kind of like a way for me to explain to you how you write your resume, right? On the other hand, you can do it my way, you can do it your way, you can do it whatever way you want. All right, that's cool. So this is my resume. I will share my screen right now. Boom. That's cool. All right. Ladies and gents, welcome to Resume Revealer and Resume Checker and Resume Maker and how to make your resume. So my resume, okay, this is very low. Let me just make it like very. Do you see this line on the side? Why is it? Maybe I need to like, let me, one second. Maybe I can make this smaller. Make this smaller and so I can zoom in again. I cannot zoom in too much though. Okay, that's better, right? Okay. And then I can write here so you can see it. Nice. All right. So also, how can I get off this? Oh man, like always you have a problem with this kind of stuff. All right, let's leave it like that. All right, I'm reading the chat as well, and also, and that's my number. Please don't call me. I will just put it like that so you don't. But anyway, you can call me anyway. I don't care. You'll just lose money. The thing is that you need actually to put here like what you need to put as your file kind of reacher or contact. So you put your contact first. That's 100%. Then you need, as you see here, what I'm putting there is to obtain a challenging and rewarding position in a dynamic organization will be in tandem with my company goals. So that's what I want to do, like kind of like that is what the HR will read basically, right? So kind of, hopefully it is not that blurry. Is it blurry? Kind of. If it's blurry, then I will just read everything, so you don't have to worry about. Okay. So what HR will read is the objective section, kind of that section over here. So they will say to you, hey, what do you want to achieve? You will probably say always the same phrase. So yeah, I'm trying to obtain a challenger and rewarding position in a very dynamic kind of environment or organization that works in tandem with my experience. And that's 100% what they want to see, right? If there is a technical guy who will read your like profile and stuff, probably he needs to read what we call the professional, the PRS, or the professional summary, basically. The professional summary, you need kind of like to explain yourself here. And yeah, I know it's a bit small though, but I will zoom in even more. Yeah, for the professional summary, I will show you what I mean here. I said I'm having like an over 8 years of professional exposure in JavaScript technologies like React, JS, TypeScript, MongoDB, Express, GraphQL, Node.js, and more. I cracked a joke here. I said I even learned how to use Vim and how to center a div. Very bad joke, very bad joke. But believe me, some people will read it as a funny thing and they will call me. So I even learned how to exit Vim and center a div. So center the div is really actually not a very easy task with the CSS right nowadays. And to center a div is really a skill, right? Yeah, I mean, you go like this for the base of it, and you kind of like explain yourself, also explain your expertise, and try also to make sure that whenever you're explaining yourself and expertise, you be actually telling the truth, right? You don't tell a lie, because this part also here is very crucial about the packages that you are using, right? Yeah. So these packages are kind of like, hey, I use Git, GitHub, whatever, not packages, but frameworks or whatever, or websites or whatever. And that's really important. And then you go on with your responsibilities and what you did, kind of. Yeah. It's similar to what you have in basically LinkedIn, right? Cool. I hope that this helps, man. Like I cannot do even more than this, but let me just zoom in even more, and we make kind of like a resume that is really cool right now. Okay, so let's imagine this is kind of like the screen of the HR, right? The screen of the HR doesn't need to be having like your picture like on the screen and then like some description and that's it. What you need to actually show them is a full picture of what you do, but not yours basically. So as I said, the contact options on top. So here you put the contact, right? And here you put your professional summary, but before the professional summary you put your objective, right? Don't need to put your picture there, because for me, when I have this full beard and I look like 100% an Arab, because I am an Arab, and they look at you and they say, okay, we don't wanna actually bring a C4 to our enterprise, that actually will go not to your favor, right? I'm just saying, some people are just looks people. I don't like how you look, and even though that you look the sweetest and the most organized, they kind of like want to not see you in your CV resume until they meet you, and then they will change their perspective, right? Then we're what we talked about, which is the PRS, or the kind of like the summary of your professional life, basically, right? And that is what you want to put here. So basically for me, I would put like this. I will write like a phrase like, hi, my name is Ayman. I have 8 years of experience in React.js. So I make sure that I use React, right? And very good with databases like Mongo and the MERN stack in general. So I make sure to put the MERN, because sometimes they are using actually not humans to read these CVs. They're using kind of let's say bots, right? So you need to put these keywords, and then you say 10 years of experience. You need to mention something like a number and then next to it experience, because that's what they look for. And I will show you a trick also. So when you name your resume, name it like this: 01 dash your name, let's say Ayman, and then your full stack developer or something like that. And why to do this? Because when you do it as 01 like this, it will go always on the top of the folders or on the top of the database. So you'll be always the first one to get seen. You see? Very good thinking, you know? Kind of like you always hack your ways, right? Hack your way into their HR system. Yeah. So kind of like if you see any structure of any folder, you will know that always zeros are like the first thing, right, to be on top, right? All right, cool. So make sure that if someone else is using this trick, I don't know, I use this do string or something like that, do a $, do underscore 011 full stack, and then continue, right? So then you will be hacking your way, like boom, like they will never know, right? So So yeah, I'm sorry about sharing this kind of stuff, but these are really what happens to you to actually get a job. So you need to hack your ways, kind of hack your ways. This is your resume and put some numbers in front, so you just be the first. Yeah, yeah, nice. What else? Oh, Margina is here. Hi, Margina. Thank you for being the best mod in the chat. And also B Studio is another one of the best mods. Actually, if you stay here, this is like a rule. If you come 5 days in a row in the chat, then you're a mod. So you will become a mod. Ron as well is a mod. Yeah, thank you there. Depressed said, that's a great and smart trick, sir. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, I try to help, right? So, guys, please share the live stream and let us reach as many people as we can. Yeah. Cool. Today I knew that I have the vitamin D deficiency, so I kind of started to feel right now my eyes are burning. So hopefully that we can continue with this, but I think we can. All good. So let's continue with the code, right? One more thing about CVs and stuff like that. When you send your CVs, sometimes if you write a cover letter, you will end up being a heavy kind of user, because sometimes in some HR tables, this is the table, right? You will have your name, and they will have also your CV, and they will have also your cover letter. Sorry, I wrote resume, but I was cover letter, right? So this, let's say, is 2 megabytes, right? Let's say your CV is very heavy, like 2 megabytes, and your cover letter is also 2 megabytes because they are both PDFs, right? And then your name is starting with Z, let's say, I don't know, Zephyr or whatever, right? So the thing is that if you are like this, and then they do a filter by files, some blob storages are really like weird. They see like that you actually have 4 megabytes of data, so they place you at the end, right? So what you do, don't send a cover letter, write it. If there is like a message like to write this cover letter, write it, but in another case don't, like, right? And even if your name starts with, let's say, I don't know, like M, like Mo or something, always put A dash, and you would be first, like 01 dash A, like that. Play regex, put a regex like here, always be the first, right? Is this React? Yeah, React on the behind. Yeah. All right, cool. I mean, I now shared with you my tricks. I always get calls, man. I get calls every day, like 3 times, 4 times, just using these tricks. So be smart. Don't be a pawn. I will not beat Ender Tate for you. It's not like that. Sometimes they just read your CV and be like, this guy is not go for us, and is not like is an opsi for our system. But always don't be kind of like thinking too much about it. Send as many as you can, and if it works, if it doesn't work, then somewhere in the spiral it will work, right? Cool. Now let's make some QA sessions for you, what you understand, what you do, maybe some experiences. I will be reading all your comments right now, so I put them in front of me, and let's go. Yeah, Depersty said this is his 3rd day, so he will be a moderator soon. It's very funny that if you guys come in every day, then everybody's a moderator. But we are wishing that, yeah, it's fine. I don't care. It's fine that we make as many community possible. So basically, at some point, we will have a very good, live streams where people are familiar, and I know every one of you. Right, I'm going up actually to also pin again my Discord, because I know that I pasted somewhere. Let me go back. Yeah, here you go. I pinned it just now. And yeah, that would be great if you guys join our Discord as well. Yeah, it's not live as it should be, but hopefully with 200 users or more, it will become live as it should be. Is this React? Yes. Yeah, but what program is that? It's kind of like a white noise. I'm answering here Jake's question. It's a white noise app that I started, and honestly it's taken super long because I'm listening to the chat and what they want to build in it, and the chat wants always to build some crazy stuff. Add 10 stack router, add this, add that, add this and that, and so it became like too much. But it's cool. I mean, maybe this is gonna be there, like if deployed someday. What is this? It looks like a basic to-do list. Yeah, it looks so. It looks so. Yeah. All right. What else? What should we do now? Maybe we make sure why we are having actually problems with that message part, because honestly I don't see anything that might show an issue. So here we have an expected console statement. That's fine. I'm going just to check if it's running. I'm going to run it again and check the application again if it's actually sharing or console logging anything. So I'm testing out, and I'm gonna just see if it does something. So the problem is with this message thingy. Somehow it's not reading it correctly. Yeah, it says required still. That's a bummer. Why is that? So we have the message here as a text basically, but maybe we need to change it here. Okay, so I don't like what is happening here. So this should be string, and we're using Zod. We're doing the minimum of 1, and if we are not using the requirement option, but that's fine as well because automatically it will be required. Here maybe the schema is not getting updated, right? No, it is. Okay, I'll write something else like here for this message. Seems like I'll just copy this and try to paste it the same, so I'll make sure that I didn't do any oopsies or stuff. But it was the same, right? Man, like I don't get it. Maybe I forgot something that I now didn't. No, let me do this. I'll just change the message to know that it's being updated, has to be filled. Okay, cool. Okay. Maybe my problem is with my email, maybe, or something like that. That's what it's not reading, but I'm typing in the message part. Okay, so probably it's not here at all, so this all is good, and it's in the contact part here because I don't see this console log happening. And maybe also I have a problem here. That's probably it. Oh, wait a second. So the schema is coming from schemas, which is correct. Sorry, I hit the mic. And then the type should be inferred in here, which is fine. But then this not happening on submit. That's not happening. All right, I will just take this off and comment it right now. Maybe that will make it work for a second. Still, that also didn't make it work. So there is a problem with our setup. Maybe I did something that made it not work anymore. What a mess. Alright, let me check everything back. I don't want to bore you with share my screen and back and forward, so what I'm trying to do right now is just to check as much as possible that these kind of stuff that I just pasted are working fine. Yeah, so here I have this as first name, which is wrong. It should be email, right? And the placeholder, the field is ID email. These are all correct. Yeah, and the bottom should just send, and that sending will just alert something basically. Let me just take this off for a second and wait for that alert instead, and the alert should be happening after a second, and maybe I will take that off as well. So I'll just do the whole thing like that. Even the alert is not working, so the inferring is not working correctly. What a bummer. What should we do in this case? What should we do? So set submit seems like it's all good. This is the contact schema that we wanted. This is the types, and we get in the contact schema from there. Wait a second, I feel like something is wrong with that. Maybe the name. Contact schema, is that correct? Yeah. Wait a second. Message for name, email. Okay. Let me get that message out. I need to get this out. Alright. Fine. Let me also go search everything that is contact schema and get everything out of it. Let me get also this message out. Probably that should create a problem for us if we leave it there and then there is no data for it. Yeah. So now it's working and the message is there. There is a mistake somewhere. I don't know what it is. Can you guys maybe help me out with checking what is the correct thing to use for text areas? Maybe that is the problem. Ron said, are you always working? No weekends off. I will take Saturday off, I think, which is tomorrow, but I will be here anyway, and maybe we can, everybody who's in Discord will be able to contact me and we can play a game at night or something. Maybe at this time, same time like now, we can play something, right? And that's what I was thinking actually. But I will code every day, so 6 days a week, and we will code on Sunday as well. Yeah. B Studio said weekends are for juniors. Nice. Learning coding, man, is deep in React. Wow. Yeah, it is. Andrew Brookin, I think it's your first time here, so welcome to the chat. Make sure to follow. How did you learn how to type fast? Not really, but my keyboard helps. This one helps. It is really nice keyboard and I really like it, and I promised the chat if we become rich I will buy them. I made a screenshot of people that I will buy them the same keyboard to use. Aren't you missing a field in the form since you added a message in your M file? Yeah, that's what I tried to do, but the field is there. Okay, maybe the field, wait a second, it should be always called field maybe. Okay, that might be actually correct. Let me try it. So that's email. Here I put a text area. So I put like, I'm gonna show you what I mean. Like here's Ethiopia. Be around. No, let's be inside that, the brackets, and then do GB. Well, look at that. What is the problem now? JSX issue? Okay, for sure. I can do this. V inside bracket, and then I will go delete surrounding. Oh no! I can be here and say delete surrounding brackets, and then delete, and then no. I think I forgot about that part. Delete surrounding bracket. Yeah, that's it. I don't need to select at all. Yeah, cool. So it should be a field. That's what you're saying, right? Well, let me try that. So this needs to be that, and this. Okay, I cannot type anymore in this. Alright, there is an issue, probably. I lost it. Okay, maybe the message on top is not there. No, it's there. Okay, I need to save probably. Let me. I need to save here as well, and I didn't touch the types. The types are always of the same. Okay. Okay, so maybe it works only with fields. It doesn't accept anything else, and that field for sure needs to be like a pro. All right. Yeah, so now I see that validation is working correctly, but I don't. Yeah, it works. Okay. So the problem was because of the field, but how can I switch that field to become like this field here? How can I switch it to become a text area if everything is a field in this? I don't know. Let me search that. Field text area formic, text area formic. Well, look at that. As email, as last name. What does that mean? Oh, I found out that touched issue. But I don't know what are their types, so I'm not gonna use them. Oh man, I need a text area. Text area formic, how to render a form as a text area. That's what I'm looking for. Field and then field norm meta, return my style text component. Well, that's not what I looked for. You need always to use field. Meta.value, that's not what I'm looking for actually. I was thinking maybe you can import it from somewhere and it will work. Text area does not render as text area. Seems like everybody has the same problem. Well, that's bad. I think you need to check the Formic v2 instead, where we label our text area as something and then what a bummer. Oh, wait a second, maybe we'll just use a text area Tailwind class or something like that. What if that works? Actually, that would be cool. Let me see. Maybe here I just do a text area class or something. Ah, no. I was hoping that something is there. Alright. That's a bummer. Alright, cool. I won't spend on this that much. I think we can pass to something else and then get back to this whenever we are actually having our backend set up. And that will be better. Yeah. So yeah, where is the people? Chat. Did you guys try these new AI models, DeepSeek, Gwen 2.5 and Gemini? I tried Gemini, DeepSeek, but what is Gwen though? The technician asked, what are you making? Yeah, I think we are just trying out some Formic. Okay, let me try this text area you said. Does this work? This as? I see that this as actually, oh okay. So this should be maybe without that. And let me see in the app if that worked. Yeah, it worked. Thank you a lot. Thank you loads, mate. You are smarter. Okay, for now our contact form is done. I'm not sure that I'm gonna actually spend on it too much. The only thing that I need to do right now is just to go to our root and our index file, our app as well. Where did I put the header? Let's go to the header first. So the reusable component and then the header. And here in the header, I need also to change this to 2 and this replaced by a slash because I think that should be like that. Yeah. So whenever I click to study with me or something, like it acts as a logo, and also it takes us back to the home page. So yeah, I have a problem also. It says type of children. Ah, okay, so this one should be a link. Yeah, and this one as well. So I will CC into it and I'll just close up a link. Yeah. that's it. We don't need more stuff now. So we have services. Services doesn't exist in the routes. So maybe we can just create it now. I'll do this, like services.tsx, and it creates the routes automatically, as you see. It's a very fun thing, like ThinStack router is really amazing. Yeah, so now we have the whole thing. This is our next kind of push. So we added Formic plus the validation result, and boom, that's it. I mean, now we are good to go. Look at this, like look at this project. It's actually going big by days. Every day we are creating something new. What we're gonna create next, we have schemas, types, apps, whatever, a lot of stuff actually. I'm really happy we are on the same page, everyone. We have a lot of components now. Okay, at least with from ChatCN we are using only buttons. But that's not bad though. Alright, so for now, what will be our next part? Our next part will be probably to do, let me just make sure that we did, okay, I'll copy this, paste it here, and I would say add Formic plus Zod, because that's what we did, right? Oops. And then we will kind of like work on it right now to do the Redux part and the search input for voices, and to add a Kanban board as well. I'm adding as much as I can from this, so what do you have as ideas to add? Please let me know. Yeah? Do you have any ideas? Maybe something else to add? Cool. Oh man. Okay, let me read the comments. I mean, inside the field you can dance. Yeah. Restart. What does that mean? I want to do this, but I'm too dumb. No, don't say that. No. You are not. It's a lot of compressed knowledge for one project. Yeah, true, actually. True. Hard work makes the dream work. You're not dumb, keep trying. Yeah, true. I understand half of this stuff and I've been programming for 10 years. Ah, okay. I mean, that's fine. Vstudio, like, you are an OG becoming like 10 years. That's really good. I mean, Kenzo said, hello, sir. Hello, mate. Nice to meet you. Margina. No, don't feel that. Margina, are you coding though? Do you really code? Maybe do you open up something, maybe learn lately about coding? If you are looking forward to do that, I would be helpful to share with you some courses. Maybe you are going to be like a contributor for the future with code with us. Why not? I mean, that's something we can do, right? No, this is our to-do list for basically our application that we are building together. Yeah, it's kind of like an application for white noises that you can study and listen to some white noises online. Oh, nice. What music artists do you guys listen to? That's a good question. You know, my son likes this bar song that was there for the Grammys. From, what is his name? Let me find it out. The bar song. It's from Shabuze. His name is. Nice. So yeah, I listen sometimes to pop. I listen to also Metallica lately because they have came back and they are coming back to Munich. So with my wife, we are listening sometimes to some of the songs, and we are just having fun, right? What about you guys? Is this Java? No, Kenzo, it's JavaScript. Language, JavaScript. TypeScript, JavaScript. Yeah. By the way, how many followers do we have now? It's really fun that the people that follow from the chat and actually live studio are usually not as much as they are in real. So we actually gained more than 100 followers since 1 hour now, and that's really cool. And we are nearly midnight, so that's really amazing. Yeah. I also like the fact that we are reaching out to people that knows the code and kind of knows how to code. So kind of our niche is becoming really good, like with these live streams and stuff. and surely I still need a haircut to do. I did some coding 15 years ago with C++. Wow, okay. But why you stopped? Do you still code, or did you really stop? Bob Ghost said, when are you going to take Python? I actually code with Python, and I think my level is not really bad. It's a really good level of Python right now, and I'm going actually to do this for the best of it. I'm trying my best to kind of learn as much as I can. But yeah, with JavaScript I found myself the most powerful to do stuff because it's web applications, basically. Yeah. Okay, let's look more at your comments. Yeah, so JavaScript, I don't know, BStudio, what you actually mentioned there in the chat, but I think, yeah, if you're talking about JavaScript, it's very accessible, yes. What does that mean? Like Schadenfreude or something? And by the way, what kind of music you guys are listening to? Also, I would like to know that. I would like to see what kind of music you guys listening to, because that will give me like some good playlist to listen to when I'm free. Yes, Margina. Like the Visual Studio Code will be the best IDE for you, especially that it's free. Plus, it is easy to use, actually. Okay, Ron is listening to Ditto. What else? C#. Okay, we have a C# senior dev. Oh, nice. Greeting mate from South Africa. That's really cool. That's really cool. Thanks for joining. Oh, Margina listens to Adele. Is Eclipse still a thing? Yeah, Eclipse was used a lot for C# and C++ back in the days. Who made Eclipse? I don't know actually. I think it's Oracle or something like that. Eclipse. Eclipse is an integrated development environment, so it's an IDE, full IDE actually. When it was surpassed by IntelliJ. So in 2016 it was surpassed by IntelliJ, and it was made not by Oracle, it was made by IBM. Nice, the fall of IBM. Actually, IBM now is just working on processors anymore, nothing more actually, I feel. Like they went into like the data kind of topic, NVIDIA helping also, they help with NVIDIA, GPUs and stuff, or CPUs also. But the Eclipse Foundation was one of the most supported languages IDE. It had like 44 languages that supported on the start. I remember the first not IDE, the first text editor that I installed was called Sublime Text. Who does know Sublime Text here in the chat? And also I installed once something called Atom. Atom is still known, but it's not as used right now. And right now I'm using NeoVim, so as you see on the background, yeah. How much do I make? That's a good question. I make around the 100k mark, not much, because I'm in Europe. It's not like in the US or something, but plus minus 140, sometimes 95. Depends on the hours that I'm doing. When also depends on the year and my goals, and if I have something on the side or not. So the 100k is what I do, kind of. Yeah. Thank you, Wami. Do you borrow money and then give back? Bro, I'm interested in C#. It's difficult for video games programming. I'm a beginner with Java. Yeah, starts with Java or C#. Both of them are actually similar. The only thing that you need to know here that you need to focus on the OOW or the OOP, object-oriented programming. Yeah. Nice. That's will give you a good chance to actually become really good at your job. Any chance you would want to work together on an AI project? I actually accept some projects sometimes from fans or from people that actually DM me. The only thing is that I don't have as much time as before, and probably people won't go with my compensation rate, because yeah, right now I'm not really focusing too much, but where I work really heavily, and I be like focused, and I really deliver really nice stuff. and I work sometimes on modular functions like to build graphs and very high quality stuff as well. So whenever you talk compensation with people, they sometimes be like, oh, we cannot compensate you. So I'd rather sometimes just take something for fun, like yeah, me and my friends we want to build an AI project, and we build it once in a weekend or something like that. That will be also okay for me, and I will do it for free. So it depends. If it's for business, I will do it with my rates. If it's not for business and for fun, I will do it for free. Yeah. Nice. On Notepad++. So Ron knows like the Sublime Text part. Yeah, why? Because Sublime Text actually didn't have the license. I hate the part that people make you buy licenses for IDEs. I don't think that you want people to have to buy your IDE just to use it to export some other stuff that has nothing to do with their IDE. I don't support the part where they do that, but usually I agree that if you build a product and you have to pay people or whatever, that's okay. Yeah. You have used WebSocket before? Yeah, I did that. I did WebSockets a lot. Node.js Express and then Socket.io, and then you do the front-end part also. It become easier with React. Actually, there is like good packages for that. How many years of experience do you have, Kenzo? I have around 9 years now, 8 to 9 years. Started 2016. So 2026 I will do 10 years. You know, once I went for a job interview and I feel bad for it because when I got interviewed, I was a bit, not better, I won't say that, but I was a bit more knowledgeable in JavaScript than the guy who was interviewing me. And after I got accepted, I found out that he got fired. So it backfired on him. And that's really bad, because then when you are on JavaScript level, that you say yourself that I can interview people, please know your stuff. And also for certain rates, some people actually ask for so much heavy weights for the company. Like they ask for 120, 130. In Germany, that's too much. And then they expect for you to run a whole team, but then you come there and you're independent and you don't want to talk to anybody, you won't want to teach anybody. Even if you are the best developer in the world, you will be the last one, right? So that's bad, you know. So always try to be friendly. You always need to be a good developer in a good environment. You need to help people as well. You need to help the juniors, make the juniors love their work. Because if you help a junior understand something, you know what will they do for you? They will cover for you whenever you need them. And believe me, I have a lot of juniors that I made senior in just a year and a half, just because I've been friendly and I build with them. I pair program. I don't make them fear code, you know. And that's kind of like the mentality that you need to have when you go for a job, right? I wish all the best for all, and I will give as much kind of advices as possible. Also with the advices that I gave you for the resume, that was good stuff. Everybody in the chat were actually very hyped about it. So even when you name your resume, try to name it starting with underscore, so you'll always start to be on top of the folder of the HR. Also do underscore A01 and then put your name and your job. That's epic. That's what I see that I get calls for. People sometimes ask me why you're doing this, and I tell them that I get like 3 calls a day just because people find my CV the first and they read it and be like, okay, this guy is fine. Unless it's bots. Basically bots, sometimes they need like certain keywords, and you put the keywords that you know. You put the React.js, MERN stack, and you use some good stuff. Yeah. All right, let me read more of your comments. All right, for everybody who's new here, please maybe one of the guys mods, you put like the Discord link in the chat. I lost it actually, I don't have it now. Yeah, and join our Discord. That will be really good. Or click on my profile and go there and join the Discord. It will be amazing to see you there as well. Ron, Bloodshed actually being more user friendly than all this modern stuff. I don't know what's that. Is it a good idea to use Redux Listener middleware to listen to all changes from Supabase auth? In certain application, yes. Eclipse Chaser said that. And in certain apps, like technical apps, like technician apps, let's say for example you are having an app that works with kind of very critical data. Like I remember we built a project for a battery that is connected to some kind of mountain or wherever that sends data for like when is the next like basically the next mountain fall or something like that. So basically you have a lot of snow that falls from that mountain. I don't know what is it called, but it detects that, so you can skewer people or something like that. So the technician goes there and connects to it, and the moment there is like a 4G slip or he can lose connection, we log him off directly, so he knows that he needs to relog, because every option that he will update that battery with is crucial, so it depends. Sometimes there's like apps that I worked on that are like life changing, and it was really funny because they are really big projects. Yeah, I also worked on the application, if you know stop what is it called, I forgot. Spotify is one of the application that I worked on for BMW. So if you are having a BMW and you have the Spotify app in there in your CarPlay, yeah, you need to thank me because I made that happen. There was a lot of complications at the beginning, how to put it in the car with like accessibility, with like bass accessibility as well and stuff like that. And I like to listen to music all the time, just making sure that all the the voices or all the red configuration that the user do for his speakers will be read by the Spotify app, so always it will make the good sounds and follows his basically bass in the car. Usually it's not, it goes stereo and doesn't care about that. We started on the same year. I also started in 2016 September in Microsoft SA. Man, I wish if I started in Microsoft or a big company. I am working now with Adobe, but it's different. I'm a contractor, so I never worked internally for any big company. I aimed for Netflix once, but I was a junior at that time. I had some interviews. I got rejected because of my stupidity. I forgot everything on it. But now I wish if I had that option again, because I'm not sure that I will nail it, but I also would like to work remotely, which now it's going to fade. People in Germany actually are trying to push forward to tell all their developers to go back to the office. And with me, I have a newborn son, and I want to stay at home a bit with him and play and stuff like that, rather than driving 1 hour, 2 hours and coming back every day, which is a bit loose because you will always feel hammered, What you would advise someone who wants to start coding from completely scratch with zero knowledge? Yeah, Yepe asked that. So I will tell you one thing. There is this website. I always actually share it, but for the sake of it, I'll share it again right now. It's called roadmap.sh. Everybody in the chat, are you seeing my screen? I think yes, right? You go here. I choose front end because that's what I know. So here you see you can track your progress now. They did this option, and you can right click to mark as done. Basically I cannot do it, I think, because I am logged off, right? So the thing is that you follow up what people are learning, and if you see like purple color, it means that it's a personal recommendation from them, and if you see like a green one, it means that it's an alternative, learn this or that, right? So if you see this PMPM, Yarn, and NPM, probably recommended to learn NPM, but PMPM also is good. Yarn is also good. I work with Yarn and it's also good. Yeah. So here, for example, you know the basics, you know accessibility, you know what is HTTPS, you know what is the internet. As you see here, all the right stuff here with the dotted stuff here, you can learn them now, but you can learn also later. But for me, I would say yes, learn them, please do, because that's really important, right? Yeah, SEO basics is not needed. For example, if you are a front-end developer and want to take that path at some point, then you will be able to learn it, and you will learn it automatically throughout the way, right? Yeah, I will read your comments as well as I am explaining this, and also I will try to pin Margina's comment on top for Discord, and also I will answer Ron's question for development Android apps. I did Android Studio once and I learned Java a bit, and if you go to my LinkedIn profile, you will find that I have some certificates for Java, but I didn't do much, honestly. Pietro asked, What are you programming? Actually, what I'm programming right now is just a simple app, white noises app, to help me study. It became like too much in the beginning. It started to be simple, but then everything went up, and I really like that I'm working it with the chat. So whatever they suggest, I will do implement. We need a backend next time. Next time we will implement the backend, and we will connect MongoDB. That will be really good. So I can store these kind of messages that you guys will send me, right? All right, so roadmap.sh, Yepe, I don't want to talk too much, but you pick these frameworks, you pick whatever you see a path. It's really interesting, and you can follow up one by one and only learn the purple ones. Don't learn everything, right? And honestly, if you take a good look at it and follow the path, you will become the best developer. I think I showed this to my uncle. He's also a senior developer at a very good company in Paris. He looked at this and he said, if you know all of this, you will take my job. and that's correct, because I, for example, don't work with, let me see. I don't work with, let's say, device orientation a lot. I don't care about payments a lot. I never was in Stripe kind of project where I need to connect like payments a lot. I never worked with Astro. I worked with Svelte, but Next or Nuxt or whatever, I never worked with it. I did Cypress and Playwright, but very recently, like 2 years ago, I started with Cypress. What else? Yeah, pick a framework. Do you think I know all these frameworks? I know only React and Svelte. Vue.js a bit. Angular I never touched. I'm afraid of Angular actually somehow, which is really weird. I'm afraid of it. I kind of like don't like it at all. I feel like it's too much modular. It reminds me of Java a lot. All right. What's the difference between front end and back end? Kenzo asked. Yeah, think about it as just having a restaurant, and then the front end is what you have for the people to see, and the back end is what you have in the kitchen. So nobody sees that, but you deliver stuff from there. That's kind of like what people will give you as a normal kind of answer. But yeah, if you ask, and also what is JavaScript and Java, it's the same as car to carpet. I always say that, right? Ivan said that's not legit. They are super similar. What's that about the framework, or what exactly? B Studio said I discovered roadmap passage thanks to you. Well, yeah. Okay, Ivan, you are right. I mean, yes, you can understand one thing, and then because based on your experience, you understand the next one, right? But I will ask you a question. What do you think about language hopping and syntactic sugar hopping? Like when you syntactically change from something to another and you hop a lot, what will happen to you? Like, let's be honest, kind of. Let's be honest. Like today you are with Svelte, you put that, hey, I need to bind this, and then you go there and you need to binder and on change function for React. Probably will forget about it, right? I just don't want the juniors in the chat to hop a lot. I don't want them to learn Java, Python, JavaScript, everything, and then come to me. Yeah, so yeah, Ivan answered, and thank you a lot for your honest answer. He said you will be slower most likely. Yeah, but we are trying to kind of like to make these people like what they are doing also, and not get confused. Because how many times I sat down and I got confused because I'm using let's say Formic with Yap, and some guy is using some other form with Zod, right? So it's either this or that. Pick one, pick your lane. If you are playing Counter-Strike, either you will be defense play or you will be attacker play, and you will pick both. And it depends on your skills. Either you one-shot people, or you're just more like intellectual and you can play with your mind better than anybody else. So it depends also on the type of person. Like some people are mechanical, some people are basically, I don't know, like it depends, like in general. But I like, by the way, I liked your comment, Ivan. I mean, you don't have to be sorry. Why you should be sorry? I honestly think that most of our viewers are juniors, and that's when they ask too many questions, like where should I start, right? And these kind of things, I don't want to give them like this kind of path where I say, hey, if you want to be a senior, know React and Angular, because yeah, in the jobs, this year, like, there is like this website. It's called State of JS. Let me find it. And this is the framework part of it, the rank and overtime of the frameworks, basically. And then if a junior comes here and say that SvelteKit is actually most of the used or the rank and overtimes of people that like Svelte too much, probably it's really good to go there for it, but doesn't mean that if you see that on 2021, for example, Solid is the best, means on 2024 it will stay the best. Because now if we go JS State 2024, this is 2021 by the way, and check the frameworks, we won't find Solid like on the top one anymore, right? So we will find actually React again on top one. And where is Solid? Actually, Angular back, Svelte here, and Solid is on 8th position or 6th position. So these are websites I follow, honestly. And I learned to follow them because of YouTube. I follow this YouTuber. He's really good at this, and he really have like good stuff. All right, let me see the demographics. So most of the people that are working on tech for sure are in the US, big companies and big country as well. So and also the English part of it, but the Germans also are 8% of these people, and most of them, they give most seniors to answer, and they don't take a lot of junior developers' opinions. So as you see here, from 20 to 29 is just 32 of these, and from 30 to 39 is 43. But funny enough, there is actually 60-year-old coders who answered as senior developers. And look at that, actually we have under 20-year-olds who were authentic, and also they are around the 270 mark of respondents, which is really amazing. Yeah, let's see the yearly income. So these are interns basically. All right, is this US based or? Yeah, I think US based. No, it can't be, right? Because students in the US can make good money, right? Like I knew a student on Discord or Netflix, he made like 7K a month or something. That was epic, like what the hell. Alright, so here most of the salaries ranges between the 76 mark, but I think these are US stuff. This is maybe also US. I don't think that no, it can be Germany, but 118 seems like a bit of a steep. 76 seems like, yeah, very, very making sense, yeah. But 93 is around what I'm getting as well, and what other people are getting in my lane, in Germany, Munich especially. But yeah, 50 to 59, probably lead developers here. Some like very good senior staff. Yeah, but let's look at the main part. Let's look at the basically the frameworks, and maybe let's look at the usage of frameworks. All right. Here this is compiled code balance, AI code generation. Okay, so 40% of the people are using AI, but that's fine. Professionally, as a hobby, 30%. So all right. So front-end developers are virtually every responded state that they are known JavaScript more. Okay, so this is good that they are authentic. All right, cool. Let's go back to frameworks. Front-end frameworks. So rank. I'm happy that React is first since 2016. Vue.js is second. Wow. Okay, so Angular fell down, right? This can be misleading for some people, because this can show that that people can go for Vue.js thinking that it 2 years in a row and it will continue, and then Angular can get back. But doesn't mean that if you learn one of the top 3, you cannot switch to the second very fast. And that's where I agree with Ivan in the comments about what he said, right? Yeah. All right, then we move to Svelte, React. Where is Solid? It's 6th, right? Okay, now this what? Other front-end frameworks. Astro is most checked. Used at work, React. So this is the most important part for me. What is used at work? And anybody in the chat, if you are working, please let us know what is the framework that you're working with, because I am really eager to know, right? Forev asked, what theme are you using? I'm using NeoVim, and my config is on my GitHub. You can actually DM me for that. I will send you the link. And also, I'm using Tokyo Night as a theme. Yeah. All right, let me go back to if you ask me, I would suggest the juniors to learn the principle, really. Yeah, I agree with you, Ivan. I think everyone who is a junior, go pick up the JavaScript or Python, learn the principles, as he said, learn the basics, learn the syntax very well, make the code run in the tip of your fingers. Don't hesitate to make mistakes and make some portfolio stuff. Then you are good. Diego asked 3 questions in one. Hey, what's up? What are you doing? Where are you from? I am doing coding basically, and now we are checking like the state of JS and the most famous libraries in 2024. I'm from Tunisia but living in Germany. If you ask me about juniors more, I will agree about what Ivan put in the chat, and yeah, please learn the basics. What's the website? The website that I'm building actually is just not like a small app that makes you listen to white noises when you are free or maybe when you are studying. Cool. Wayne said hello mate, and he wants to really become a dev. So this is a good opportunity for you to see what is the most famous part. So MVC uses Vue.js. Andre said React still not dead. As you see, React is the most known and most actually used. So Ivan using Vanilla.js for frontend, but not really fancy stuff, otherwise React. That's nice. What kind of firmware are you working on? Kind of like, why did you choose Vanilla.js? Because honestly, I like that. I think if you're not doing like some fancy stuff, Vanilla.js will be the fastest things to work on. All right. Let's read this actually. So Cassidy been writing on her blog since 2009, has an incredibly unique style and so many cool niche interests. She's proud to own her Stack Overflow copy-paste keyboard. She puts, so these are self-taught principal engineers, so she puts her kind of thoughts into these as well. So she's one of the members or the attendants. Alright, Christian J say hey everybody who's new here, please follow up. Also go to our Discord, you can click on my profile, you'll find it. We will talk more there when we are not live about coding. Let's check this. What is this? Front-end framework happiness. What does that mean? People in 2018 were the most happy? What does that even mean? Happy with what? In general, basically, right? Okay, now everybody in the chat will be agreeing that React has the most issues. Front-end framework pain points, React, re-render options, re-render complexity, excessive complexity for React. You do your to-do list app and it's easy. And then it's really hard to do, learn it. And yeah, for sure we hate React pain points. React TSX seems overkill in every situation. TSX for just TypeScript components. I mean, I think TypeScript JSX components, but I think that's how you work with TypeScript. So you can also work with TypeScript in your utils functions and use still JSX, but that's too much. All right, meta frameworks. So these are frameworks that are ranking like over time. So here we have Next.js ranking up since 2018. Let's see the positivity part. So the positivity for Next.js actually dropped, which is really weird. Why should it drop? Maybe because React 8.19 started to make the SEU stuff and SSR rendering stuff, server-side rendering. But I am not sure actually. Why should it be falling like this? Alright, what is Astro doing here? Astro started in 2021, nice, with the Corona days, and went up to positivity of 73%. So this is one of the most kind of crucial things. If you think that your kind of like framework is positive along with the developers, you will have a very happy Stack Overflow output. And also, if you even ask the GPTs, they will always answer with good answers because the code in the internet is really nice. Is there learning still a good prospect for the future? For learning right now, yes, you can be really having a good like couple of years coming up with also with AI, make you faster to build stuff. But don't please use AI in this Cursor IDE and depend on it, because that will take you nowhere. It will just make your life harder, right? Do you know Astro? I don't actually. I never used Astro. Is it AstroGS? That's what its name. So these, okay, I like this. Okay, I am just for content-driven websites. I don't like anything else. I just get used by Google, Microsoft, maybe for like some, I don't know, like some CMSs, like replacement, like if you want to replace your blog with Astro or something like that. Server first. Astro improves website performance by rendering components on the server. That's nice. So SEO driven, right? Okay. So you import something here. Where is Astro in all of this? So you can use Astro. Supports every major UI framework. So Astro with React and okay. So you make your component and then import it somewhere. Okay. So it's kind of like imports like some products, for example, like exactly like Next.js with Prisma kind of. So you have your own ORM here and your own component, and then this is what the page layout will be like, and it will return from the server directly. Wow, like this is cool. I mean, okay, so it's not like a full framework, it's kind of like a middleware framework for me. Wraps incoming requests and stuff. Yeah, it's very trending, I suppose, and it has its own themes. Nice. I will check it. I will think that's a really good thing to check. Yeah. I'm about to pay for the tests. What does Fredly talking about? I don't get it. Everyone needs to learn React, but don't expect React to get you a job. Correct. This is also a good thing from our friend Star here. Yeah, because honestly, it's good to learn, and also it's not very much dependency for you when you learn the React. You need to know 100% that you will get a job. I mean, you will get a job if you are good at React. That's another thing. Is this TypeScript? Yeah, it is. Alright, I wish to learn 3DS, so yeah, 3GS is really amazing. Let me show you some examples. I saw like some website for 3GS. It was really amazing. But I'm thinking about doing 3GS. Okay, look how much it loads actually. Documentation. You create scenes basically. You can draw lines and stuff like that. But the thing is that these are websites made by 3GS. This is why they're loading for so long. Wow. So look at this. Explore. Wow, this is super cool. And you need to click to go somewhere. I see this is used like in a museum kind of thingy, like when you explain something. Wow. It's called Windland, and it has even like dark mode. Wow. Very cool. Nice. Startups. Okay, so you click here, it gives you startups, and then you click it again. What happens? It goes away. Okay, so what I can expect to see more. Okay, it's only this, right? I don't think that I can click somewhere else and go somewhere, right? That's cool. Let's check something else. This maybe, I don't know, like too many stuff. Yeah, this is what I probably built with 3GS, like my own portfolio that looks exactly like this. So you have like some page, and then you just go one by one, and when you scroll, something happens like this, right? yeah, it's not interactive on clicks, it just does that automatically. But this is super cool. Super cool. Yeah. It shows like that 3D models used are really amazing. And also you don't see any like wrong details or like fake renders. Look at this, like wow, everything is rendered perfectly. Okay, wow. This is amazing. Nice. Yeah, you need to learn Blender. Yeah, I learned a bit about Blender, but I copied like the Blender stuff from somewhere else. So basically, I buy them. Yeah, I don't do them myself. I copy like some character and then the Blender movements, and then I just blend them together and I move on. XYZ said, wow, is that your own webman? No, 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 it's not mine. We are checking Astro, and then we checked ReadJS, and we kept looking at websites. Here, like, there is some examples that are really cool. So this is also another amazing website. Okay, this is talking probably about rockets and stuff, but look at this. Really amazing. So you go to menu, home, list of space travel. What will happen if I click space travel and then scroll? Okay, so it's loading. I suppose that for certain computers this will be very heavy. Even for mine now, it started like kind of to take a lot of RAM. Hello everyone in the chat. I see a lot of newcomers, so please follow up the channels, like the live stream if you want to. I also have Discord, please join in. I have always to say this, sorry, because we are trying to make our community bigger. And that's it. I mean, yeah, there is like so many good stuff. And I suppose this will be a funny stick it to the stickman. Funny game with just the mouse. Probably you can move in also, no. But watch trailer. So this is kind of like just that. Nice. I mean, there's some also good models. This is Canon website, kind of. I will learn it. I have no problem doing that. So BStudio, I will probably learn it. Yeah, I have no problem. Yeah. So you see this? It's really cool. So I scroll. There's a bit bugginess in it, but kind of like this is working with the swipe of the finger better, kind of. Yeah. Because now I need to swipe harder, and you see here there's a bug with the gallery part. Okay, so I need to click here, that's better, so this will be smoother. So as you see, look at that. Wow, man, like lighting this stuff. Blender, very cool. That's nice. Okay, I like it. I mean, I won't use it for now, but I probably will introduce it to one of my websites and do that. Yeah. So yeah, use that work. Very funny enough, Next.js and Nuxt are really used heavily, but these are like kind of like the frameworks that has also API factors and SSR and stuff like that. So React will be first, and then these will come. Are we using Comfy? I don't know what is that. Is it kind of like a configuration or something for NeoVim or whatever? Yeah. I will also pin the Discord comment in the chat. Nice, it is crazy, man. It's super crazy. Imagine if we learn these, man. It will be really cool. I will probably do a Next.js project in the future. So next project, probably after we finish this one, we will do a Next.js one. Yeah, this guy Scott Moss is one of the most known Next.js guys. Yeah, cool. Nice. Yeah, I see you was muted when music started. Really? Did I got muted? I don't know. I think I have like somewhere in my app config that it also shares audio. I don't know. Alright, cool. But now it's good, right? You can hear me. Nice. Alright, cool. Let's go back to programming then. What we did, we fixed out the README file. And now we probably need to do some extra stuff. What would be the best approach actually for maybe searching some white noises? So this is where I render the white noises. It's a bit kind of not fancy. Oh, not here actually. Let me see. It's app right here. This is where I actually get the white noises and then map them here. What will be kind of like the best approach, do you think, guys, that I can do for the search part? What do you think should I use? Maybe you have any idea? Oh, I got a notification from Twitch. Achievement completed. New day, new stream. I did this 8 days in a row. I think that's why I got it. That's really nice. We have also a Kick viewer. He said, how are you, bro? I'm good, I'm good. And yeah, nice. So I'm looking in chat right now. I'm seeing maybe you have ideas. When was that? But the music part, I don't know. Probably I muted my system, but I think it still detects music and stuff like that. Yeah. Who are we hacking? We are not hacking anybody, mate. It's crazy, the 3GS stuff. Fuzzy matching, that's really cool. Is there like something that we can do with that in React? React Fuzzy it's called or something? Oh, CTCMS, find the typo in line where? In line 49? How did you count the lines, man? Here, there is no typo. I mean, unless you are just playing around, right? Yeah, because here in Vim I can just do 49 like that, semicolon 49, it will go to that, but that's, yeah, we have here the model part. Modulo, we're not using it, so probably we can get it off. Yeah, that's not needed, and this is also not needed as well. Yeah, combination, it's called what? Ah, yeah, you're right. Combination. Sorry for that. Thank you, mate. CTCMC. Thank you a lot. Oh, a guy actually commented that he's a soccer player and he joined software engineering to learn software. Actually, we talked about it too much. It's called roadmap.sh. Go there and learn about it more. I will actually, you know what? I'll put it in the chat if you want to have a new path in coding. Yeah, that will be it. I will pin it so you can have it for a minute there, and you can check it. It's really long. How long would it take for you to learn 3GS? You know what, Ron? I actually learned it. I started with it. I did a TikTok game with 3GS. I can show you that. But I did like a TikTok live game where you can live stream a game, and people, whenever they click on it, it will become like a pretty like some guy is running, and when you give him like some donation, he will run faster or something like that. But where is it? I don't know where I stored it. I'm not sure even if it's on my GitHub. It should be called TikTok game private. Yeah, it's private for sure. Private, man. And here are the source files for it. Hooks, use game.jsx. So yeah, this is 100% 3GS. I remember. Yeah. Let me go to utils. Oh man, like this is. I remember it now. It's kind of very heavy. It was. We learned a lot. Yeah, so I can show you like some components for it. But this is what I didn't like, right? I'll share my screen. So this is what I wasn't liking too much with 3GS. Yeah, this is I got it from some other people and it's auto-generated, but the thing is that I don't like is this mesh part. It's like too much meshes, too much node stuff. And by the way, these are also stuff that you get from Blender. So here I'm trying to render some knights that are following you, and you need to give them their position, their Z position for like the Z axis, XYZ axis, and they will be running, and you are the dude position 7 positions in front of them, and they get 1 positions by a grave. So basically if you push some donation button, they will die and they will go into a grave, kind of the knights basically. And this is the directional light part, so you give like some shadow and stuff like that. Man, I hated this because it's too much math, and I kind of hate it sometimes. Even though that I'm good at it, I studied math heavily, and I think that I shouldn't go this way again. But yeah, this is React 3, which is 3GS also. Yeah, React 3 slash Drei. I don't know what I use that for. Yeah, probably German who made this. I think get that. I'll probably put my money on that. Yeah. Another thing you may do about the search part, instead of searching by keyword, allow users to search based on the mood: sleepy, focus, calm, aware. That's a really good idea. That's really. So you said, I think you can just npm install Fuse, then integrate into React function components. Okay. Let me see what is Fuse in the beginning. npm use Fuse, right? Is it Fuse.js or just Fuse? Oh, okay, so just Fuse, right? Didn't you say like something like fuzzy find? Do you go to a gym or stay all day on your chairs? Yeah, I go sometimes, but not much, honestly. Like I do around 3 days a week maximum. Like sometimes I go 1 day, sometimes I don't go. It depends. And also I have a standing chair, so standing desk, sorry, it's chair. What the hell is that? And then I kind of like try to not sit as much as I can. But lately, yeah, I'm sitting too much, which is really bad. One of the burdens of being a software engineer, actually. We have a Russian speaker in the chat. Kaneshna is like a very kind of like bad comment from our guys. But yeah, the Russians are really unrespectful when it comes to the chat. But they are also very good programmers. Alright, so let me check that Vue.js, okay? Lastly updated is 5 days ago. So yeah, this is binary dev become Vue.js. Are you a full-time engineer? Yes, I do. I am. Alright, I'm trying to kind of like find how can I use this, so learning about it. So demo maybe. It says that you can search via it, but I don't see like a searching method in the docs. And also I will just do Vue.js Vue.js search doc. Nested search, maybe this is one. Does it I want actually something that requires searching via the UI. You know why? Because I don't really need to do anything, so my map will actually respond to that. So I can just do a simple filter actually. Yeah, that will be AI, right? Wizard Donkey said, what are we writing? We are now trying to make a fuzzy search into our mapper for the white noises. So we are building a white noise app, and we are trying to search based on the names of the white noises. Yeah. Santa asked, what is the difference between Java and JavaScript? My famous phrase is the differences between car and carpet. That's the difference between them both, because they are totally two different languages, and they are not close even syntactically, but they are close logically, so you can search them up. One for the web, and one does have another purpose, which is backend and stuff like that. They are all, well, they're all the same. That's really a wrong answer, but I think, yeah, I get where you're coming from. Yeah. All right, so yeah, I found out an example here. We have a test data, and then we have options, new fuse, test data options, result fuse dot search value. So it does search view via the keywords. We can build that. You know what? We can build that. I can go to helpers here. I will create a const of a fuzzy find. Okay, I will just do ZT so you can see it, or ZZ to center that. And I will do fuzzy find equal anonymous function probably, and it will take for sure your string, and it would look, so basically array and string. So target, basically we'll do it like this, noises, or not noises, but yeah, whatever, noises and target. And just we need to make sure also these noises, what do they have? So they have a title kind of. So here I have a title, path, and icon, right? Okay, so dot map through the white noises array. This is kind of weird to do, because we will have always a filter part of this. So let me just add another div, and this will have an input of type text for sure. Why it's not denting that? JSX element, no. It's not happy with that. Yeah, it should. It's looking for the closing tag. This is the first time that the input. I see that on my LSP actually. Okay. Some reason. I'll put like a placeholder. And that will be search your noises. What else should we put here, like the value part? For now, let's create kind of like a use state for it. Let's do it like as simple as possible. So yeah, and this would be search value. Yeah, and here it would be a type of string for sure, and it would be empty in the beginning, and this type of string on change basically function. Oh man, I don't like this. Even that we have formic, let's set it up as easy as possible. So the value here will be whatever you have on your search value. And actually I have a debouncer that I can use debounce noise debounce value of search, I think. I will show you how that works. Actually, it's just in my app, I don't want people to actually start searching, and it will just start search automatic very fast. So it will wait like around 100 milliseconds or something like that to actually do the bounce. So here I have an example. Where is it? Yeah, so is it this one? I'm not sure. Yeah, I use this, like use the bounce is called. Yeah. Okay, I will just search it by use the bounce, because I'm sure that it's used somewhere. Yeah, so you see here, you just say, hey, I want my debounce value, and whenever the bounce value changes, I will handle my change basically. And you give what value you want to debounce, kind of, and in my case it's my noise. and there, here the value of everything is gonna be that noise part, and here you handle the input and you handle the change. Actually the same kind of, yeah. So we can do it like that. So here we don't have to do the state anymore, and here we'll call it should we not make it in a state here? I'm not sure what I did for that. Oh, okay, so it needs a state, and basically here I will put like the search value, and that will make us actually create maybe a use effect or a handling input part that looks for that debounce value. Bad, but makes sense, right? Use effect snippet. Why I don't see my snippets? What the hell? I'll use the debounced or handle input. I'll call it like that for now, and it will just be changed on that debounce value basically. And here I can just take this delete, and that will be it. The only thing that I don't have my use effect from React. Where is my React? Oh, I don't have import anything from React here, which is very funny. Use effect. Use effect. Here you go. And probably you want kind of like a space between your imports from packages and your imports from wherever you have. So basically these two, or this one, I'll delete it because it's from React Icons, so that's from a package. These are all from the component. I'll also update that to have that at in it. Why it doesn't find that? Shouldn't it be correct like that? I'll just try it again. Add component, or add slash component. Okay, add your noise. That's how. This one should be taken off. All right, let me see the chat because I didn't look for a long while. What is Pomodoro? Pomodoro is like the Pomodoro timer that you have for 25 minutes to study or something like that, and then you put a Pomodoro timer listening for you basically. All right, this is like React. It is React. It is React with TypeScript. That use the bounce is an npm package, right? No, that I created myself. That use the bounce is a hook. Do you want me to show you how I created that? The use the bounce. Actually, I'm very proud of this. I cannot find use the bouncer. Use the bounce variable. Yeah. So my use the bounce is coming from this hook, and I don't like this, so I should put that. And I'll go here and go to the definition. You can read it and let me know if you don't understand it while I am answering the chat. Is free code camp any good, or sometimes similar like that? I think Coursera and free code camp are really, really good stuff that you can learn from. These names. Theme name? I thought that you are talking about my states. Theme name is Tokyo Night. Tokyo Night theme. Yeah. Is this React? Yes. What are you making? A white noise app, and now we are making a fuzzy find search basically. Do you have the dot file anywhere? Yes, I do. You can go to my GitHub. I will just reply to your comments here. Hopefully that you are here. but my GitHub is this. Basically, you can find my dot files there. Yeah. Is this React.js or React Native? This is React.js. Why did you put add? Because I have something called the path modeler in my Vite where I use the dir name. So basically anything that is source inside source, I can call it with add basically. So I don't have that dot dot slash dot dot slash dot dot slash, you know what I mean, right? The hell of dot dot slash basically. And this is my debouncer, for example, and my debouncer is in, I don't know where is it, so I can do space ef to find it, and it's in hooks. And right now I'm doing this white noise player, or actually I'm on the app.tsx where I call that, and I know that it's inside component slash hook slash debouncer. So I really don't need to kind of like call it with dot dot slash and I come back out to the source and then get back again. It's just cleaner, right? Yeah, I have an issue here. Cannot find the handle input. This can be just a function that you say, hey, yeah, const handle input equal to enormous function here. Oh, oops, not like that. Let me just rewind, and I will just cc here. I rewind, and then I will go here and press Shift C, and then if I do ANFN, yeah, and then go to the second one, it will create for me that. I can do that as E, this one as that, and then I will go search value equal to e.target.value, and I'm sure that this as well is HTML, what is it called, input HTML element, input HTML input element. I'm actually not sure what to write here, but I think input HTML element input event inputs. That should be fine, right? Maybe I forgot this word, event, something like that. HTML element event something. I probably will need to search it out somewhere. I will just check it. I'll search in my app for something similar, because I'm sure that I did something similar. I am now doing a fuzzy find basically in the app. If I'm not mistaken, I should have some element. Yeah, HTML element input event. That's what I was wrong. So here, HTML element, I wasn't wrong, and then you put here input event. Should be fine actually. For some reason it's not accepting it. I have another handle input that uses the same. Oh no, that's not the same. HTML element. This seems like not that. Yeah. On change handle input. This is what I did before. Change event. HTML input element. So it's the opposite kind of. Okay. Look at that. So you don't start with the HTML input, you start with the change event first, because this is an event. Well, for sure it's like that. Is web dev dying because of WordPress or Wix or Webflow? I think you don't understand it correctly, because WordPress came first, then actually React, and then React took over. I'm kidding, but the thing is that it's this or that. I mean, if you are running a blog, for sure you can do WordPress, but I don't think you are in need to differentiate between them. This does that, and also WordPress. Now you can find WordPress developer using PHP actually. Should I stop to use Sublime Text and we switch to VS Code, and why? Very funny, because we mentioned that I used to use Sublime Text when it was like 2000 9 or 12 or something. And I switched to VS Code because it's free, it has a lot of plugins, and it helps you a lot. It has a lot of good extensions, and these extensions are really helpful for you to understand how VS Code works and how the world of React works. If you are actually able to create a very good environment, you will be able to do a lot of powerful stuff. That seems useful. Thanks. Yeah, thank you, mate. You asked about the ad, that ad, right? You can do it. It's very amazing. Almost 1 o'clock. Yeah, now when the Americans start to come. It's very funny. Like, we start at 10 p.m. It's all Germans in the chat. And then 1 a.m. and the Americans, it's like 6 p.m. CST, I think. And all the people from the US actually join. Is web dev is dying because of WordPress? No, as I asked. Your voice is so low. Do you think so? What do you mean low? Is it like low in volume or low in the way I talk? Yeah. If you are coding with AI, not a problem. Continue doing that, because that is not a problem in the beginning. When are you learning? The only thing that you need to know is that when you do that, make sure to kind of make it right. Like to kind of understand what you are pasting. So after you paste something, read it maybe once or twice to understand it. If not working, then you need to learn the basics. I prefer Tailwind, Renz asked. And Tailwind, why? Because it's more popular now and you can see it everywhere. Yeah. And it will put you into like the trend kind of environment for people who are learning, and then you will be able actually to discuss with people about Tailwind and stuff, because not so many use Bootstrap or MUI or wherever anymore. Usually they are doing Tailwind. I think MUI they are using for models, something like that. Yeah. How many years of professional experience do you have? I have around 9 years now. She's really good for my level. But yeah, there is, even in the chat, there is people who worked for 10 years coding and stuff like that. It's really, really amazing. Use that for logic building, use only for repetitive tasks. I don't understand here. Can you elaborate on that? Nice questions, actually, though. Are you Indian? No, I'm not. I'm from Tunisia. North Africa. They are both mobile view first. I actually didn't care much about mobile view. I need to do that. I did a hook for mobile to know if you are on mobile or not, but I didn't implement it. Is Webflow a good tool? Yeah, it is a good tool for drag and drop, but then please move on. If you want to become a developer, please take off these plugins and stuff that you are using. Learn the good stuff. Learn the amazing stuff. Yeah, like React framework, Next.js, whatever framework you are able to learn. Nice. We have around 70 people in the chat. That's really nice. Please, if you are new here, I'll share with you my Discord. Anybody from the mods is here, so he can actually put the Discord in the chat again, so these people actually can follow us and can actually be able to chat with us on Discord. Will be amazing. This is not Python, by the way. This is React. So now what you are trying to do, cannot find use state. Yeah, for sure, because I didn't put that here. Wait a second, actually change event is from React directly. That's nice. Yeah, I need to put the use state part. I'm not sure why it didn't come up automatically. And what else do we have here? The handle input needs the e value. Probably then we don't put it here. Whenever the bounce value updates, we need to handle that via pass in the search value, right? I'm not sure now at this point. What I did in the other one, I think here I just called handle change, and that handle change will call. Okay. Man, this is too much. This is too much. For our case, we don't probably need that use effect then. We probably don't need that use effect. Let me just comment it for now. And on handle input, I will put it here. That's in the input. So on change, and we do handle input. And also we have on blur. I don't know why I add this, but it's a habit basically, because we know that someone can blur over the component and take off the mouse as well, so why not? All right. The only thing that we actually did wrong is the set part here, set search value. That's correct, and we have the bounce value now to be working. Maybe we need to put here the value to be the debounce value. But what does the debounce value actually return? That's the question now. Okay, so whenever the bounce value updates, we need to probably we need the use effect. But let me read more of your comments, guys, because I know that you are chatting a lot. Coding by hand. What should I code with then? Is there another tool that I can code with? What kind of project is this? It's a white noise app we are trying to build for days now. Okay, this is a good question. What language and framework libraries should I learn if I don't have a degree? Go for something like React as a framework if you want to have the web framework that everybody uses. Maybe you land a job, but start with Python or JavaScript to learn the basics first. Learn the basics of programming, and then we can talk. You can DM me anytime, guys, and actually ask questions about stuff. Or also you can go to my profile and ask also about a lot of what I'm doing, and I would be happy to help out. Cool. Yeah, every language has certificates you can get. Something like core certificates. You learn about the core of that programming language, and you will be able to learn a lot actually, which is really good. Yeah, nice questions actually, guys. I'm really happy with your inputs. Let me see how many followers we have now. That's really amazing. We are aiming for 10k, but we're still halfway there. And we already yesterday we were like 5k people. Now we are, let me just check. We are 5,533. Thank you a lot, guys. Thank you a lot. I mean, 500 followers in a day, that seems like too much. I don't understand a thing, and I'm a software engineer apprentice. Man, it's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about that. I'll try to explain to you what is the part of the code that you don't understand. I will try to explain. That is React TypeScript. Yeah. What are your troubleshooting steps? My troubleshooting steps is a lot of console logs and trying to find out what I messed up. But when I'm debugging, usually I just debug starting from utils functions. So if I'm using any util functions, I put all my debugs there, and then I pass to the JSX component, see if anything is updated wrongly, check the types, something like that. That's kind of like my everyday working schedule debugging thing. But if something is really troublesome, then I will call everyone and we try to refactor it. And usually whenever I'm debugging, I call someone to do it with him. So we do kind of like with him, her / her. Basically, it's kind of like a pair programming session when you look at the code twice through double eyes, 4 eyes at the time, and make sure that you are actually not making any oopsie or something. Sirius said, did you hear about Goldbach conjectures? I don't know what is that. And also BStudio answered one of the questions about not having a degree. It's not a problem in the web environment and the development kind of thing. It's not really a problem. You just need to understand what you're doing. React, yes. Headache answered. Maybe all people that's not junior are very busy on own projects to watch this live. I don't know. It depends. If you are on TikTok, then you have time. 10-stack query is nice. Yeah, I'm using it also in this project actually. Oh, no, wait a second. I'm not using 10-stack query yet because we don't have any backend, but we are going to add a backend next week, maybe. Yeah, or Sunday. I'm not going to live stream tomorrow, but we are live streaming every day, so you can be able to be here. Also, if you are new to the chat, you can go to my profile and get into my Discord. Tomorrow we are trying to kind of play a game together, so I want to have time with the chatters and people who chat and want like to connect with me. So we kind of had have a session to play video game. We can play anything actually. I didn't install anything, so I will chat later on Discord to what you guys want to play. We can play like a simple random game like Sketch or IO or something, and it will be funny. We will hop into a call on Discord and we do that all together if you want. What if you can't align your ideas with coding ability? That's a good question. Very good question actually. What if your thoughts are harder than the code that you're typing? So basically the framework cannot bend to your will, kind of. I agree with you. Yeah, it happened to me before when I'm thinking mathematically and stuff like that, and the things that I'm writing are not like working in tandem with my thoughts. At that time, please find a way to kind of maybe search a npm package that might help you there. So that might made you better output, kind of. Yeah. Cool. I mean, nice questions. The guys are like hitting the best questions. Is this TypeScript right? Yeah, it is TypeScript. Yeah. And you are using Visual Studio Code? Nope. Our guy here, Banger, asked what language is that. It's TypeScript, React, and also I'm not using Visual Studio Code. I'm using NeoVim. I have like some configuration. Oh man, I will show you that. Okay, so if you go to my profile here, this is my GitHub, by the way. You can go there and follow me. That's my name. I'll kind of paste it in the chat. So this is the same kind of logo here, or maybe I will paste the whole link, right? Do I have my GitHub on my profile? I don't think so, but you can find me there. You can follow up. Thank you for everybody who followed. That's nice. And I can show you my repo for my configuration, and you can use it. I used to actually do a lot of VS Code coding basically as an IDE, but now I don't want to do that anymore. I want to use a NeoVim for good, basically. So my NeoVim setup, this is it. You can fork it, you can store it. And here I have everything. I have PowerShell. This is also, if you copy, it will help you a lot. And also I have the config.fish file for like my fish terminal. I have also here all the configuration plugins that you might actually like to have also as well, which is really nice, yeah, to have around and to kind of work on, and it will be helpful for you to also update them. If you want, you can create a PR pull request and I will accept it to do this. Yeah. Series said the mathematical question I mentioned is open since over 20-50 years old, and I might have solved it. So we are experiencing a Newton in the chat. That's nice. Nice, cool. Okay, let's code back the bouncer thingy. I mean, now it's coming to be a bit pain because I don't think that this debouncer is actually accepting correctly what we are doing here. So the handle input is just changing directly that, but we don't want to do that. We want to debounce it, right? And the bounce value will take always the surge value and delay it for 500. Maybe that's what we need to do. We don't need to do more. Let me go there and check actually what is here, because I forgot actually what I did in this debounce. If I go to definition, it doesn't do that. Go to definition, come on. Okay, go to file, GF, or go to the, okay, nice. So that's the use debounce hook, and I'll go to that file. So what is wrong exactly with this use debouncer? So it has a state for that. and it will return also the bounce value. So we really don't need like to give it anything else. We just need to give it the string, which is the updated string in this case. So we need to give it always the search value, which is correct, and then we need to handle the search value. Each time that the bounce value updates, we set the search value to something, or I'm not sure here actually. Yeah, okay, so so whenever that updates, we can search. Yeah, I'm not sure here actually if we can use this. I don't like that approach, because I know now whenever the bounce value is there, we gonna search, basically do a search input. Okay, so we need here to search our input, and probably we need kind of like to filter our array basically. And that probably can be like this: white noises, white noise array. Where is it? Set the what I called it actually, I forgot about what I called it. I called like the white noise array dot mapper here. Okay, I will just do kind of like util function. I will just do the white noise array dot filter, and I will take all the elements or all the noises. I just want to make sure what is the output of them. So I will call this noises, and I will do noises dot title, maybe dot includes that string that we are filtering with, the bounce value. Seems like a very wrong thing to do, but it doesn't matter at this point. Yeah, so here the value should be not the bounce value at this point. It should be always the search value. That's fine. Yeah, correct. Seems like a good thing to do, but a very wrong one as well. Yeah, do you know how to be coding in motive waves? What is that, motive wave? Maybe you can explain it to me. What language is this? Is TypeScript / JavaScript / React. Yeah, we are nearly 3 hours streaming, actually nearly 3. That's really nice. So mods, what do you think we should play tomorrow? If you are free, for sure. What you building? I am building a white noise app. Kinda, I'm also building for it like right now the search debugger part of it. Okay, I think I did mistake here. Some like I have like white noise util function for searching. I will take that off from the utils for now. I will put like a GB part here. I will just comment the whole thing. Why did this like that? I think I don't need it here, but I will still comment it just for now. And go back to where I was in my app.tsx. Very bad that I have everything on my app. Cool. It's still actually find and unknown const fuzzy find. Let me just go utils functions, and that's helpers, and save. Nice. So now it won't show me that. Okay, I have this brown. Okay, it's not working. It's actually not working as properly, but it might be it might be because we didn't set the white noises array to something, and that is actually wrong, because why do I have a white noise array here that doesn't update on update? Okay, then I hate to do it, but let's see if that does something. It didn't work as well. Maybe I need to console log this just to see if actually the white noise array is doing something. And maybe I can do I hate this, but I hate this as much as I hate to do React, but because it's a const, right? I need to make it a let now. Okay, let's try. Copy. Go. It works, but it's not updating as intentionally. You should do optional chaining before shift, like shift something. But where do you see my shift, boy? Where is my shift? Ah, yeah, for sure. But that's not a problem for now because that's actually working, and that's the optional part here, as you see, right? Tomorrow I'll be busy, but probably something popular. Maybe, yeah. But yeah, I mean, it will be really good to build something or to play something together. Yeah. What language is that? TypeScript for the function also. The NOK for the method you should do also before the function. Ah, because you mean here the dot filter part. Yeah, you are right for sure, but yeah, I actually need to call it noise, not noises, because I'm sure that it's one element at a time. And yeah, let's try that. But also I'm trying to do this now just because it's a let. Probably it's a bad mistake of mine that I didn't put the night voices array in a state. So what I'm gonna do now right now is just put that in a state and try to actually test it out. But yeah, I will try to do that without. And also I see that my filtered function is working very hardcorely. Actually, it's not waiting for that debounce. Let me check. No, it's waiting for the debounce, which is really good. Yeah, but the moment that I type something, the white noise array got filtered. Oh, what the hell is this? Includes what exactly here? It should include the bounce value. You see, the mistakes are always dumb. And the bounce value dot to string. I mean, that should be it, right? And it should not be undefined at that moment, because the bounced value should be okay, so this the bounce value can be undefined or string, right? I'm not sure at this point. But got one. Okay, it's not working as a type here. Though I can just put this here as an output, right? String or undefined. I forgot that I'm using my own debouncer. It does not read it correctly. Type of null is not assigned to string or undefined. It cannot be null though. Let me see. Let me test this first. Actually, maybe it's working now. See.